Thanks for clicking on this video. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, as this does help and support for what we do here. Anyways, now getting into the video, we are continuing with Chapter 2 of Cooler's Hostile Takeover. A what if where we explore the possibility of, basically, what if Cooler had actually been made canon and had an official story arc in Dragon Ball Z. I'm sure I'm not the first person to tackle this subject, but here is my interpretation. Now, for those of you who didn't see part 1, we basically set this in the little time slot where Mecha Frieza and King Cold arrive to take revenge on Goku, and they're ultimately killed by Future Trunks. We've put that in that little time frame, that little window of opportunity. So without further ado, we are continuing with part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, I recommend you check it out. I will put it in the cards of the video, which you'll see, pop up on its little right hand corner as they always do. Anyways, without further ado, let's get straight into this. As Frieza's battered and broken form drifted through the cold void of space, he could feel the remnants of his great power slipping away. The vast emptiness around him was stark in contrast. The chaos and destruction he once reveled in. He had survived Namek, gained cybernetic upgrades that made him more powerful, but yet, it wasn't enough for him to stand up to his brother Cooler, who had not only murdered their father, but has cast Frieza aside and left him for dead, adrift, alone in the dark vacuum of space. The mechanical body that once gave him salvation now felt more like a prison. The once mighty Emperor felt helpless. Frieza's mind raced with thoughts of revenge and hatred. Cooler had betrayed him, betrayed the family, casting him into the unforgiving expanse of space. The humiliation of being bested by his own brother was almost too much to bear. But Frieza was not one to give up easily. He had survived the destruction of Namek, and he would survive this as well.
Cooler, you will pay for this, I swear.
As he drifted, Frieza's thoughts turned to his past. He remembered the days when he ruled the universe with an iron fist, feared by all who dared oppose him. He recalled the countless planets he had conquered, the civilizations he had destroyed. Stubborn rulers and governments bowing to his whim. The power he had wielded. But now, all of that seemed like a distant memory. Ever since Planet Namek, when he was bested by that insolent Saiyan monkey Goku, visions plagued Frieza's dreaming mind. As he was in his passed out state, every humiliating blow he suffered at the hands of Goku, and now again at the hands of his own brother Cooler. Perhaps this really was the end for Frieza. Frieza out cold, adrift in the vast void of space. Even if he had opened his eyes, would it feel any different? He would only see the darkness in front of him. Over and over, his humiliating defeats played over and over in Frieza's mind, to the point it was maddening. Then, something in Frieza's mind began to stir, as if the despair of accepting defeat had stirred something else in the once mighty Emperor. In the silence of space, Frieza's rage began to build. He would not let Cooler get away with this betrayal, this treachery. He would find a way to regain his strength and take his revenge. The thought of Cooler sitting on the throne that's meant for him, ruling the cold empire in his place, was enough to fuel Frieza's determination. And Cooler will pay dearly for this. Frieza having to actually put effort in and work? Oh no. Cooler will pay for this. As the time passed, Frieza's mechanical body began to respond, and to some degree it seemed that it was almost repairing itself, as if it were responding to Frieza's will. Slowly but surely, his advanced cybernetics were designed, after all, to withstand even harshest conditions, and they were working to slowly restore Frieza back to his former glory. It was a slow, painful process, but Frieza welcomed the pain. It reminded him that he was still alive, still capable of fighting back. Something that has never really stirred within Frieza before. Oh no, Frieza would not let his brother get away with such treachery. It wasn't just the thought of getting back a Cooler. It was also the fact that Cooler was also planning to rob Frieza of his revenge against Goku.
Oh no, that's not happening!
Frieza suddenly snapped awake, his power level surging. He screamed throughout the cosmos, letting his power go loose. However, this was more power than he had ever experienced. Something truly powerful was manifesting in Frieza, as he had just achieved his very own fifth form. The same power his brother Cooler had acquired. Cooler had not won. He had just awoken something truly powerful within his brother, a potential that was always meant to be his.
Oh dear brother. Didn't anyone ever tell you? Never wound what you can't kill.
Eventually, Frieza was detected by a passing ship. It was one of his own, a Frieza Force ship, commanded by Sorbet and two other familiar faces from Dragon Ball Super, Berry Blue and Kikino. They're truly loyal to Frieza and his father, King Cold. They would ensure that Cooler would pay for his crime and assist Frieza any way they can. Frieza was now aboard the ship and began to plot his next move. He would have to bide his time for now. After all, his mechanics are still damaged and he's still in pretty bad shape. He needs to get to a healing capsule at once. In time, when he was ready, he would reclaim his throne and pay Cooler back for this betrayal. The universe had not seen the last of Frieza, and when he returned, he would be more powerful and more ruthless than ever before. And naturally, his men worked at mending his cybernetics, and of course, again, sometime in the healing capsule wouldn't hurt either. As he entered, he looks to Sorbet, the crew, Berry Blue and Kikino.
Plan a course to Earth. I think I'll crash my brother's party.
Meanwhile, back on Earth, thanks to Frieza being halted by Cooler, this actually meant that Goku makes it home before any battle this time. Now, Future Trunks is already there, ready to give Goku his message. However, that would have to wait as they sense a series of powerful energies heading straight for them. One in particular felt a lot like Frieza, but it wasn't. No, it can't be, Vegeta cursed. Goku notices Vegeta's reaction.
What is it, Vegeta? Is it Frieza?
No, it's worse than that. It's his brother Cooler. He has returned. But how? I heard he was decommissioned a long time ago, before Frieza took the reins.
Well, he can't be any worse than Frieza.
Use your head, Kakarot! He is a lot worse than Frieza. Honestly, of the two of them, I found Frieza was more tolerable. We are going to have to hit him with everything we got if we are to survive this. Future Trunks, well, stood there all confused. I don't get it. History says it was Frieza who showed up. Mom never mentioned anything about Frieza's brother. What do we do? I can't just give my warning and leave. I better stick around. This is not meant to happen. And this, my viewers, is where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So what do you guys think anyway? Did you like part 2 of this story? Don't forget to be smashing that like button and subscribe to the channel for more, especially if you're a new viewer. And of course, drop a comment. Got any suggestions? What if ideas you want to see me cover in the channel? Definitely leave them in the channel. I can't emphasize the importance of that. I know I don't always get to them, but I do always read them, and I do take your suggestions to heart. I do take your suggestions into account. So as always, have an amazing day. Do your own thing. And I'll see you guys again next time. Catch you later.